Alrighty. Are we on? We're on. Alright, so I hope everyone's doing okay. Let me fix the angle on my... Nope. That was a mistake. Oh well. Anyway. Hello. Welcome. Let's see here. Making sure everything's good. Hi. Hi, Anne. Thanks for stopping by. I know, Spree's doing his stream. I hope I'm not imposing on that or anything. Just trying to get my stuff together, too. So, I'm making 3D cards. I've made a few 3D Pokemon cards here and there. I kind of started, like, I pre-made certain pieces just because it was going to take forever. We're doing Carbink. So we're going to turn this lovely little cutie into a 3D card. And yeah. All the screens. Alright, let me get my light a little bit more focused. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I pre-made certain pieces. Thank you. They're quite fun. I take a break from doing them once in a while just because I have to. It hurts my hands if I do it for too long. But yeah, I pre-made some pieces at a time, part of it, so that we could not have to waste 20 hours on doing it. So I'm also using a new element in this. I've got UV resin that I have used on some of the smaller pieces. And because Carbink is the rock crystal Pokemon, or jewel Pokemon, I decided to use some UV resin to make the jewel parts kind of shine a little bit more. If I can get it to focus. Come on. You want it to focus? So, you can see there. I use the UV resin to get that to shine. Right? I did that to all the UV ones. I'm hoping, or UV ones, all the crystal pieces. I'm hoping I can do some fun little ideas with the window pieces here and this lamp. If not, then I'll have to recut the lamp because I'm going to have to re-glue that. Get up. I did cut out the eyes because I was going to do the glue on the eyes, these little tiny little pieces here. But I forgot that I can just use resin on the eyes as well. So these little eyeballs have resin so they can sparkle. Let's see here. We're going to definitely need this. Definitely going to need the paintbrush because I haven't painted the edges. I'm going to have out my precise knife. And then if I need anything else, I'll have that. I've got my little paint thing here. Make sure my sleeves, excuse me, are rolled up. Let's see, what else? So we got our paint for the sides here. And then I need to cut out a few more of the dividers so I can kind of give this a little bit more depth and dimension to it. I don't think I'm going to do too many, just because I really don't want to take away from it. And I need to cut out the centerpiece here and put the more elements on here. Alright, let's paint sides, I guess. Okay, so these all have UV resin on them already as well. It's kind of hard here. Here we go. Let's see here. What am I doing? Going crazy. Okay, these are going to end up with blue sides, black, and everything else is going to be black. So, oh, I forgot a paper towel. 1 second. Alright, so I got my paper towel and I got a cup of water. so I can wash my brush. Squeaky chair, go squeak. All right. Hi, Miranda, over on the YouTubes. I can't wait for you to see it either. All right, I mean, God, my chair's squeaky as I'll get up. I need to put like some WD-40 on it or something. What am I doing? Going crazy. I want to do the blue first. That's not going to take as long. All right. Always remember to shake up your acrylics. All right, a little bit of blue there. Put that off to the side. I'm going to do the tiny pieces first to get those out of the way. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I know Miranda and Ann, y'all are over on Spree's side as well, helping him out. I hope everything goes well with the, what is it, the booster box battle today, if I remember correctly. Curious to see. I'm hoping I can pop in later if he's still streaming by the time I'm done. Just to see who gets what. But yeah, things over here are going peachy keen. Catching back up on streaming and stuff because we took like about almost a 2-week break because life. Yeah, it's battle today. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, we got the see, what did I do last time on here? What did I do Monday? No, not Monday, Sunday. Oh, Sunday we streamed Baldur's Gate. Had my friend join us on that because we took a very long break from that campaign. So shenanigans were abound with us trying to remember what was it we were doing in terms of missions. But also general chaos that is us. So that's always fun. And I have to remind myself to keep this in the camera so people can watch so they're not just staring at a screen with Pokemon cards on them. Oh, chaos definitely makes it fun. It's great also when our other friend joins in because we have a 4th person that joins us on occasion for our little campaign. And between Elise, my friend, yelling at me to constantly save, and then our other friend just being an absolute chaos gremlin that she is, and then Mike just throwing in more to the chaos, it makes for a rather interesting campaign. And my character is a Dragonborn cleric who doesn't really like to heal. She thinks she's a paladin. That's what I'm going with. She likes to think she's a paladin. Oh yeah, and then Mike, what is Mike? Mike is a fighter orc? No. Warlock orc? He's a half orc, I know that. I just forgot what class that he was. Mike, what is your class in the game? Oh, he can't hear me. He's playing Destiny. The new expansion pack just came out and he is down the rabbit hole on that. What is your class in not Destiny? The D&D campaign.
Oh, which one? My class?
Yeah.
D&D?
Or Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. Depends. So like in the one that you're running is a barbarian.
Oh, you're a barbarian?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. So okay, so he's a half-orc barbarian.
Don't get it twisted. I know he's way too smart for you, especially with his dangly heart. helmet. But
Oh yeah,
he is a barbarian.
he's a gentlemanly. He's smart.
I wouldn't say about that.
No,
he has a thing that makes him super smart.
It's all because of a necklace. No,
It's a tiara.
Diam?
It's the head. It's a headband thing. It's
Oh,
not
it's
exactly a tiara. It's
I wouldn't say tiara, it's a Diam.
diet, whatever.
But yeah, we have lost him to the video game that is Destiny. He goes hard on Destiny when the new stuff comes out, though, but he really loves that one. He's a wizard on that one, if I remember correctly. No, Warlock? Whatever. I don't remember all the classes on Destiny. I just know that he goes and plays on there, and I lose him every time. Especially when the new expansion comes out. Apparently, it started yesterday, but apparently they were having some issues with the server, like people getting kicked here and there. But you know what? I feel like that's common with first day trials. Alright, so I'm gonna do... I might have to do a new one of this, because I kind of cut a little too far on this one, because it's so thin. But I might be able to get away with it and not have to worry about it once I get it, like, glued down onto the piece. It's so tiny. Okay, let me put this in full view real quick. Click. There we go. Ooh, better of a view there. Let me scooch everything on over a little bit here. Let's see here. Can I zoom in on the video? I don't want to mess anything up, but I just want to zoom in somehow. I'd rather not mess this up. Anyway, painting. We are painting. Ooh, this black is almost done for. Black. Black on black, oh black on black. Let's see here. I actually have two of these. Because I had a painting project I did for my dad's guitar that required a lot of black paint. So I had like 2 or 3 of these. I don't even remember if I went through them all. Half-orc barbarian, drow druid, gnome rogue, and yeah, the dragonborn cleric in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, so that's what we are. My first campaign, like my solo campaign for Baldur's Gate, I was a half-elf sorcerer because I based it off of an actual D&D character that I had, but the type of species that I was a... What was I? I was a kitsune, and of course they don't have that in Baldur's Gate, so half-elf it was. And I was a sorcerer, and I like to make things go boom. So I'm basically, if you ever watched the anime Konosuba, I was Megume, or Megame. And my biggest complaint was because I was a sorcerer, I couldn't have the, I think, fireball spell. That's only if you're a wizard. You're a wizard. I'm this really bad habit of like bringing the piece to myself instead of keeping it in camera. It's the hard part about arts and crafts. And being half blind. I'm not actually blind, I just have very bad vision. Come here, paper towel. Why do I keep moving you? A wizard? Yeah. Yeah. Because in Baldur's Gate, I think the wizard class, when you get up to level 10, 8 or 10, I don't remember, you can make things go boom with a giant fireball, which is a very good spell to have.
You're 24 to hit 46. Make it sound like you can't catch it.
And if my husband's too loud in the background, please let me know, and I will close my door. Or he'll close his door, one of the two. The older I get, the worse my eyes. Oh, I know! I'm gonna end up with, like, bottle Coke, like, thick glasses at some point. I just know I am. I already got my doctors, like, looking at me going, if your eyes get any worse on the astigmatism, you are never gonna be able to wear contacts again. In which case, then I might suck it up and, like, save up to get LASIK. because I partially want to do LASIK because, like, I'm tired of wearing glasses, but another part of me is just like, you're awake for that whole procedure. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's about as good as that's gonna get.
Don't even tell anybody.
What am I doing? Going crazy? Or have I already hit that route? We'll do this one. Again.
Yeah. You just turn the wrong way. Yep.
Oh my god! I just like I know that like LASIK is really beneficial, but like that's one of the few like quote unquote operations that they have to perform while you're awake because you have to have your eyes open. But I guess like some people be like, well, if you can put contacts in, then you can do LASIK. Well, that's different. You've got contacts in, you just go doop doop done. LASIK is here's your eyeball. Guess what? You're gonna watch as this thing comes directly at you and wait for however long it takes for the procedure.
Yes.
You can't tell me that's not the most frightening thing ever. I had a friend that got it done because like her eyesight was like way worse than mine, but she got it done and Loki like kind of jealous of her for it. The cojones to do it. But we'll see what the future brings. Right now, I'm just trying to save up to go to Japan next year. But let's see what happens. Uncle Sam wants his money back. Because student loans are a thing. But yeah, outside of that, all that stuff, hope everyone's doing well. And I hope Little Bit is treating you well, letting you get some rest and everything. I have so many friends that have had babies recently. Oh, let's hope he stays that way. And then when he turns 2 and 3, that he's not too rambunctious for y'all. But we have time. I think right now all he cares about is the fact that mom and dad are there and that there is food and a soft spot to lay. Yeah, the terrible twos. Oh my god. My mom worked in a daycare establishment that I would help her out on occasion. She worked with the 2 and 3-year-olds, bless her. That was an interesting experience. Why did I just do that? Actually, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Oh. I found the gun. I got the gun that was like a dancing marker.
Here's the tedious part of 3D card making is when it comes down to the detail stuff. It's when it gets really just like, okay, gets boring. Which is why I decided to cut out pieces ahead of time. Because I did a stream where I did start from finish, like cutting and then piecing together. And luckily it was a fairly simple one, but that took, I think, about 4-5 hours. It was a good stream, but like my work schedule plus streaming for something like that just it does not combine well. And streaming is hard. I love it, but I'm trying so hard to like keep up with like ideas of what to do every time. Like I try to make it that like the channel isn't completely and totally utterly everything about Pokemon, because there's like 1,000,001 channels dedicated to Pokemon, which, don't get me wrong, it's a great subject. But we're not all about Pokemon all the time. I'm trying to convince Mike to get more onto the streaming side as well, because this was technically his brainchild, but I just happened to participate more. We can do podcasts like it's nothing. Like, he can help set that up, get everything done. Podcast, great. Live streaming, I'm hoping, since if he's doing Destiny, maybe I can get him to stream his Destiny stuff. But he goes on with other of our friends, so I don't know if they'd be interested in being on there. Yeah, he's done it before. He always says, "Oh, but you're better at it." And I'm like, you're funnier. I just talk a lot and ramble. And it doesn't help that half the things I do, like, I have to constantly be looking at the thing I'm doing, so I don't see the the people talking sometimes on the stream, so I have to, like, constantly look up. I feel that though we have multiple interests, and it's nice to showcase. It is really nice to show it, and I try to keep our channel about, like, the multiple interests. It's not just about, did I paint that? Oh, that's fine. It's not just about Pokemon. But I also try, I'm not a huge gamer, though I do like to game. So that's where I was trying to get him to, like, take over, like, that part. Like, hey, you should show what you're playing. Because then you have me over here just like, I do arts and crafts. I know I say VTuber, but they're mostly on Twitch, so I don't know what to call them outside of VTuber. But she does, like, story time stuff. And I thought that was kind of cool. Alright, I forgot to put blue on this one, apparently. I find that doing different colored sides for certain pieces kind of makes everything more cohesive. I did a really good Pikachu one where I used yellow on the side so that it could blend and look better. Okay, so there's those small pieces done. And I'm not going to do too much 3D effect on this one. Well, it's all going to be 3D, but... Oh, I love the crafting, too. There's a running joke, so I like to knit. And you've probably seen the picture of the blanket I was knitting. I like to knit on occasion. I can only do scarves and blankets. I have tried crocheting, and the only thing I can crochet is the border on said blanket. Tried crocheting a blanket, that didn't work. Can't keep the dang thing straight. But I ended up trying to watch, like, you know, those self-help videos. Oh my gosh, why is it that when you're trying to get, like, how-to things for, like, knitting or crocheting, like, they're like, do this, this, and this, and then you'll do this with this line, and I'm like, but wait, I didn't see that, so I have to, like, go and rewind it just to see what they did, and I still can't see what they did, and I don't understand what they're talking about, and I'm like, their fingers are covering up right where you're trying to see. I'm like, and it's that simple, and I'm like, no, it's not, you lied. No, I don't understand the lingo either. The only lingo I understand when it comes to knitting is knit and purl, and that's the style of the type of knitting. So, like, if you've got, like, your knitting stuff, and you got the yarn, if you go across one way, it makes, like, that twirling look. That's gonna be knit. That's a knit. I know that. Like, that kind of, like, cross stitch like that. That's a knit. And then if it loops over like this, that's the purl. I know that. That's about as much as I know. Everything else, they're like, you want to do this and have this, and I'm like, that's cool. Oddly enough, one of my previous jobs is how I picked up getting into knitting, because we had I worked at a museum and we had like a Children's Day event that was coming up, and we needed certain pieces for a part of the whole Children's Day event where the kids would take pre-knitted blocks of fabric or squares, whatever, and then they would sew them together to create a pouch. So that was really cute. And so I ended up having to learn for the job how to knit. And we had a little fun knitting in a cafe or a bar. No, we went to a bar. Learned how to knit, sat there and enjoyed cocktails and knitted out these little squares. It took me, I think I managed to get at least 4 done before the whole event. It wasn't that fast. And then I decided I'm going to knit myself my own blanket. That took 3 years. Partly because I was being very procrastinating with it, and like I would put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. And then at one point I actually ran out of yarn, and I overestimated how big it ended up being. The length is just over the size of a king size, and the width is, I don't know how long the width on it is. I just know that it's as wide as a king size bed. I went really hard, and that's 6 bundles of yarn. Yeah, frozen. Exactly. Yeah, I would have, if had it been life or death, I would be dead already, just because of how long it took me to make that blanket. Luckily, it was just self-project. And then I ended up making scarves for a few friends and family members. Those didn't take us long, because they're about yay wide and only about maybe a little wider than the paintbrush. So those aren't that hard. And then I made a baby blanket for 2 people. Those only took me like 3 weeks each. And then I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I rushed making my dad's blanket for Christmas, and that took me 3 days. Mind you, it wasn't from start to finish, but I managed to finish it in 3 days. And that includes adding a border on it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. This is already going.
See, the baby blankets, I made a purple themed one. And then I made a kind of like a multicolored. The yarn itself was already multicolored, so I'm not adding. I don't know how to add yarn without it looking weird. Figured it out for wait, was it 2 or 3? No, I made 3 baby blankets. Excuse me. I made a baby blanket for 2 of my friends that were having a baby, and then a voice actor person I knew that was coming to the convention that I work at. They were having a baby, and their favorite color was purple. So I made them a blanket as a gift. Again, baby blankets weren't as hard, because, again, not as big. Yeah. I know I had someone like, why are you doing that? You don't even know them that well. And I'm like, because I want to. Because my love language is food and craft. Oh. I want to see that. Can you post that in your Discord? I want to see what that looks like, because that just sounds adorable. I sewed a blanket for my niece when my sister was pregnant. It was cat themed. And Grandma is a quilter, and oh, lovely. See, quilts are so, I like quilts. The skill that goes into making quilts is just absolutely amazing. Though I will say, again, museum that I worked at one point, they have like a quilting event every year. Some of the quilters there, like their personalities are really nice, and then there were some that were just a little high maintenance for my liking. But quilting as an art, I find to be extremely just like, you can make so much stuff. My aunt made me a quilted banner as a wedding gift, and it's with Japanese themed. It had like cranes on it. And I need to find a dowel rod to slip through it so I can actually hang it up. But I'm so scared to hang it up because I don't want it to get like dirty and dusty and stuff. So it's just been staying in my hope chest. Figure while I'm painting, I'll go ahead and paint the edges on this one. Oh, that's so cool. I love a good quilt. The state fair that... Is it the state fair? Yeah, the state fair that we have in November up here. They have like a quilting contest part of the whole thing. And you can go and like see like the winners and the submissions and stuff. Some of those are just absolutely wild. Someone did a really cute one where it was like Florida themed, where it's just like they quilted the shape of Florida and then like had Florida themed everything all around it, like gators, oranges, Disney, Key West stuff. So that was really cool. That should be enough. Put that to the side. There we go. Sorry, just noticed something on that tiny piece. Alright, let me see this blanket.
I was using it as an example.
Let's see here. All right, Miranda, if you're double listening, if not, it's okay. Who's winning what round? I need a play-by-play. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll definitely, once I finish this piece, I will be posting it in my Discord. I say I'll be posting it on the Nerd Doom Discord, and I'll also post it on the Trainer Spree art page just to kind of show off. Look what I did.
It was literally a country.
I need False God's luck over on the Spree channel when it comes to pools. Him and who was it? Proven? No, it's someone else.
Okay, that's the awkward white girl thing you just did.
My husband is saying some things.
Yes, you just.
Don't like that. I don't like paint on that. I want to actually see the thing, not the paint. Okay. All right. So let's see here. But yeah. Art stuff is fun. I have moments where like I'll give myself way too many projects. Like I went so hard when I first started doing 3D cards that no, don't do that. That I burned myself out on making these and took like almost like a 3-month hiatus before I started making another one. All right, he's loud. I'm gonna go close my door real quick. Ow.
Sorry, babe.
No, I'm gonna close my door.
I'm also close.
Okay. Wow. Let's see here. I'm hoping that once I put so this piece right here is going to have the UV stuff put on. I'm hoping the weight of that will bring that down. Because if not, I'm going to probably put, have these little, if I can bring it in, these little things right here to help stick them together. It's double-sided foam. So I'll probably use that as well to help pin it down so it's not just flying in the wind, as it were. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I had a semi-ooh shiny moment. Oh! I remember. And if you're still in, I have something I'm actually making for you and for Spree for the channel. I'll eventually send it out, depending on how much I like it. If not, then ignore what I just said. Also, if music or anything is too loud, too low, please let me know. I will adjust. I would say I'm taking requests, but the YouTube and Twitch are very much sticklers on what you play. And Game Chops are absolute angels for having nerdy themed music. Getting as much of the white covered as I can so it doesn't look too much like a hot mess. Okay, down. And then we get the edges covered up. Because I did my very first one, I didn't know to cover the edges, so when you look at it, it looks really weird. And it's also you can tell it's a first time one. It's not perfectly cut, and the edges are kind of flayed up because I didn't realize you could smooth the edges down until like later on, which I found a really cool Discord group. Well, actually, they found me after I posted, and they had me join them, where they give tips and stuff, and they showcase like their works. There's like people in there that do it for, I wouldn't say a living, but like they are really, really good. Like they use UV resin and like lights and like a whole bunch of other things. I'm like, well, crap. I want to do that. And then my wallet reminds me, and my attention span. But no, you aren't doing that. But they do some really great work over there. I catch their stuff on like Instagram and like TikTok on occasion. I like seeing how they show off their process sometimes. I'm just not hip with it when it comes to these things. At least from social media standpoint. I stopped doing social media some time ago. Well, I stopped doing Facebook. Specifically. Oh, excuse me. I had pizza for dinner. Hubby stopped and got pizza for us. I gotta figure out what to make for tomorrow. So I was ranting about one time how I wish there was a website where you could go and like just enter in the ingredients that you have currently available to you, and you can make whatever food you want, or they'll give you like a recipe for like based off of the ingredients you have. And I thought there wasn't one. I didn't really look too hard initially when I was ranting either. But it turns out there is a website / app where you can enter in the ingredients you have, and then they'll populate some recipes for you. My only thing is I'm hoping that, like, I didn't look too deep into it because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when my brain went, hey, remember that thing? You should look it up right now before you go to sleep. But yeah, looked it up. And I want to look more into it and see if it's something I can utilize later on. Beep, beep. I feel like a terrible fan transitioning over to a different topic here, but the new Doctor Who stuff has been coming out, and I have yet to watch any of it except for the Christmas special that came out initially. And it's not because I don't like him or don't like Doctor Who anymore. It's literally just I forgot. But I think also part of it is I kind of want to wait and like binge watch the entire season. There we go. What else do I need to paint? Okay, this is for this. And then the carving's going to go on top. And then this is going to go on here. And then those go on top. Okay, so boop, boop. I'm going to set this aside, let that dry, wash that off. That's my back. All right, I need to cut this out. Where's my ruler? Here it is. Let's see here. All right, I need sharp, pointy objects. Remember, point it away from yourself. I hope I don't mess this up because it's the only reverse hollow I have. Do this. Use the line on my cutting board. If anyone's curious, this is just a good old fabric cutting board. The other side's got a padded side so like if you've got quilting and whatnot, or if you've got individual pieces that need to be pinned down, you can do that on the other side. As you can see, I don't use that side very often. I use this side. Sonic, yep, that's Sonic. The music. Come on, just over a little bit more. And for this one, I'm going to, instead of doing like one long one, I'm going to do like multiple swipes. So I don't mess it up. And of course, I didn't mess it up, but I don't have it connecting. There we go. I wonder if I can put Breeze thing on my phone. How much battery do I got? That'll be fine. Let me turn the sound down on this. Phone YouTube. All the notifications. Let me pop in here real quick. Multitasking. Oh, multi-trading. No! There. At least I will add my view count to sprees. Alright, so got my ruler lined up on that. I need just a hair. Alright, pin that down. Ooh, that's a print line if I ever saw one. Where are you? I'm going to start there just to be safe. I apologize if all you can see is the top of my head. I can never get a straight line. I'm pretty sure this ruler is like off somehow. I need to go get another one. There's a lot of things I need to get art-wise. I need to get new macro pins. Is it macro? Yeah. I need to get new macro pins because my other one's starting to dry out. Mind you, I've had those for 10 years now. Longer than that, actually. About 12 years. But yeah, I'm due some new pins. And I've been keeping up with my bullet journal. So those have been used a lot. Alrighty. Yay. It's always the dang corners. Why is it always the corners? Be like that one. That side's not even cut all the way through. I would love to do another 3D piece like I did the Princess Mononoke one. Oh no, family over this. This is just entertainment. By all means. Hi, Grandma. It's always great to have family over, especially when you have a newborn. Just to know you have that third, 4 pair of hands later, so in case something comes up and you're like, I need a moment. Oh, I bet. They're so cute. Like, don't get me wrong, babies are cute regardless of like what phase of life they're in, but newborn phase is just, I have a great picture of my sister with my niece when she was a newborn, and my niece is just absolutely passed out milk drunk on my sister's chest, and my sister's like, why do you have that picture? I look like garbage. I'm like, because y'all are both amazingly beautiful and adorable. All right, so there's that. This is a backup piece. Ooh, I just remembered. I need to cut out a few things that I didn't do before. So look at that. We do get more cutting. Oh my god, the milk drunk. It's beautiful. The funniest thing ever is when they get to the point where It's when they get out of that phase of just focusing on mom, dad, milk, and then they start realizing, of course, they can see better as I get older, the world, that there is more around them, and like their face is just genuine curiosity and like genuine surprise at everything, and they're just like absolutely fascinated by everything, and I find it to be incredibly adorable and just like, oh, to be in that phase of life again where everything is just magical and amazing. Line that up. I'm not even following that. I probably need to change the blade on this. But I'm lazy. Oh, I know. Then that's the cool part of being a parent, is like you can have that experience. Like me and my husband, we chose to not have kids. Like, don't get me wrong, love kids. I think they're adorable. But I'm also of that mindset of as soon as that kid gets older and can start being mouthy, fuck them kids. But I have no qualms with being the aunt that is happy to spoil the ever-loving bejeebers out of them. Yeah, I need to change the blade on this. Do I have another one? Please tell me I have another one. I don't think these are the right ones. I know those aren't the right ones. It might be these. Could be very wrong. I probably need to get new blades. Oh, no, yeah. Like, if it's your own child, that's different. But anybody else's kid, it's just like, no. No. Is this... Yes, I have one left. Great, I need to order more. I need to find... There was a video that my friend got me hooked on where it was the Chocobo song from Final Fantasy, but it was like I can't explain. It was really cute and really adorable and absolutely hilarious. Oh, that cut like butter. That cut like butter. Pardon me, you're going to see the top of my head because I need to see this one. Did that one cut all the way through? It did not. Yay, we got that small little piece and I have to trim it. Oh no, don't flip on me. But yeah, kids are an interesting thing. Like, they're different stages of life. Like you have them and you're just like, oh my god, they're so cute and adorable and I love them. And then they get older and then they start mouthing off and you're like, I will not kill. You have to constantly remind yourself, like, okay, I love them. I'm not going to kill them. At least not permanently. All right, give me a second. Why did I wear this? It's so hot. It's like I need to take off my... I'm wearing a comfy. Like a maniac. Alright, now that I'm not burning alive. Ooh, that would have been bad. I don't know if y'all saw that. I had like the knife like poking at my finger. Didn't have any pressure or anything on it, but let's not. I wish I could still figure out how to stream burp. Anyway, I wish I knew how to raid somebody on YouTube, but the instructions I found were not clear. I really think you can't raid until, like, on YouTube until you're like a certain designated amount of like viewership, because that's what it seemed like. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I don't really have that many people. We're just starting out on the YouTube part. I'm so used, and I use OBS. I wonder if that plays into it as well. Okay, got that little piece done. Stay. Whee! Okay. All right, got that. One of the things I have to teach myself, or kind of constantly remind myself when I'm doing these types of art projects, is to slow down. I have a tendency to rush myself for no reason. Other than I'm just like, I want to get this done. Was I not putting enough pressure? I don't think I was putting enough pressure on that. That's why you're not cutting. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I've got that. Look at that. Like a butter. I'm glad I did that. Now I have to do those little pieces at the end. And then I have to smooth it out. Oop, nope, don't bend. Okay, got that piece. I swear, we're going to get to the part where we actually put it all together. I promise that is part of this. Ow. I poked myself. I didn't hurt myself, I just poked myself. I have, knock on wood, throw salt over their shoulder, cut myself yet, badly, with an X-Acto knife. Well, I poked myself enough. But I have poked myself multiple times with like a needle or a small blade, but I've not cut myself yet. Hope that never happens. Okay. Alright. Safety first. Where'd I put the lid? Lid for this. Here. Lid for this. Here. Can't wait until the card is done. I'm hoping I can get it done tonight. I'm really banking on it being done tonight. Because like I said, I pre-cut most of the like larger pieces early on. So I wouldn't have to be on here for like 5+ hours. And plus that way people wouldn't have to see the top of my head as much. Alright, so I am smoothing out the edges here, and then I'm going to paint them. And then while those dry, I'm going to cut out some extra pieces for the in-between filler. And the in-between filler is what gives it that 3D kind of like layering effect as much as I can. Come on, stay down. Alright, that's good. And last one to get smoothed down. Oh, I poked myself pretty good. Bleeding. Not a lot. It's like if you've sewn, you poked yourself with like the sewing needle, it's like a little tiny droplet. And it's not even bleeding that bad at all. Can't even tell. It's the danger of the craft. Okay. Paint. I need to paint. So these need to get painted. I need to fix this. No. Yes, I need to fix this. Which one am I doing? I'm going to do it with this. Alright, you might see the top of my head. Every time. It's always like a piece or something. I'm not too worried about that part because it's going to get covered up by... Oh, bugger, I forgot. I need to cut out one more piece. Bugger, 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 bugger. I forgot a piece. No, stop. Don't move. Whee! Come on. There you are. These are a few of my favorite things. This one's nice. It's looks like sounds like they combined the song "Favorite Things" with a little bit of Zelda, which is nice. Where's the Final Fantasy? No, I'm gonna say Zelda. Ooh, I want to look now. Which one did they combine this with? Oh, it's a super one. It sounds like it's an original. Oh no, it's just Favorite Things, just done by. Yay, got that cut out. All right. I knew I was missing a piece. Thing. But yeah. Anybody just joining, I am making a 3D card using Pokemon cards. I'm making Carbink because Carbink let me have an opportunity to use UV resin to kind of give the jewel part or the crystal parts or even the window part here a little bit more of a sheen to it than, say, normal pieces. Okay, why did the Wii songs have to go so hard? Like, they slapped. Every time, such good music. And they're so memeable. Don't move. Like just the waiting music for what, Wii Sports? No, the shopping area. Or where everybody's little Wii person just hung out. Like the music just went so hard. And again, they're so memeable. And Nintendo knows what they're doing when it comes to their music. They know. They know what they done. So, like, right on to whoever is their music coordinator for their games. Alright, can I have that just a little bit more trimmed? No, don't move, please. The struggle with cards. They move. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it, and painting over it's gonna... Can I get away with this? I just want it to be straight, but I also want to trim it down. The struggle is real, man. The struggle is real. No, don't move. No, the card is moving. I go to cut and the card moves. I'm gonna do the poke method instead of slicing. Because with slicing, I just make bad angle choices. Be nice. Be nice, let me have this. Oh, bugger, I messed it up already. Can't have nothing nice. Well, people would be like, well, just use the ruler. I can't, I tried. Alright, I'm going to leave that part alone, because otherwise I'm going to mess it up big time if I keep going. Nope, I'm just going to leave that alone now, because if I do that anymore, I'm going to mess it up. Because that's my luck. Alright, let me put that on. I need paintbrush. Wash that off real quick. Got my paint. Oh, I forgot. Smooth edges down. So it doesn't look as rough. And then I can go in with the paint. I'm not too worried about that edge because it's going to get covered up, but let's see here. A more precise blade. Okay, got some of the fraying off there. Retract. I need to find blades for this one. I tried looking once, but the other time it was just like, here's the entire set. I'm like, I don't want another one. I just want the blades for it. No, you want this entire set, right? No, I want the blades. I feel like I should be in France with this song. Okay, got a little part of an edge there that was fraying. Paint. Yeah, I think next time I get a chance I'm going to try and get a new crafting ruler because this one's just not quite doing what I want it to do. Not holding up. It ain't great, but it'll do the job. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Put this over here. This can go over here. All right, paint some of these. So this is a filler part, so I'm just getting the edges blacked out so you can't really see it once it's all piled together and whatnot, so this doesn't distract from the original piece. And then I'm going to cut out a few more filler pieces just in case, because I don't really know how much I want to do, and then of course I don't know what's going to happen to certain pieces once I get the resin put onto it. And then of course we're gonna paint some of the sides here to kind of hide that. Oh wait, I can't. I have to paint over another piece for shadowing. So I have to cover up the carb ink on there. Let me get a good old glob on here so I can... There we go. They made me take out an earring when I had the baby, and I've legit been trying for 30 minutes to put it back in. I think I've... Oh no, which earring was it? Was it like a third piercing or something? Because my sister had the same issue with her nose ring for a hot minute. Or no, it was her belly button ring, but she never put that back in. But no, her nose ring took a little bit to get back in. If it's an ear one, you might have to go to a professional and be like, help. Okay. What am I doing? I need to do the edge first. You know what? I have yet to do any card, any 3D card with the newer sets. One, because I have like a whole bunch of stacked up like project cards that I set aside that I'm like, I'm going to make a 3D thing out of this. And then it takes me forever to actually start one. I'm going to try one of the new ones eventually. I hope you can get the earring in soon. Or maybe you can have Spree or Grandma like come in there and like, hey, help me eyeball this. I can't figure it out. What am I doing wrong? Because I only have 2 piercings. I have 2 on each ear. And then I've got like, how many tattoos do I have now? I have ankle, back, collarbone, and this one. So I have 4 tattoos. No, 5. I have one on my shoulder. How did I forget I have that one? I forget I have the back one more often than I do the one on my shoulder. But not very many piercings. My sister went out and got more piercings, but now she's getting more tattoos. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Our mom would think otherwise, but my sister hit her rebellious phase late. Now she's just in it for the art. kind of get some of this up while I can. I have on 3 on each ear. I used to have a Monroe in high school, college, and 3 tattoos. Foot, ribs, good, bicep. My mom hates it. Like, I don't understand why. Like, I guess I can understand. Moms are just like, we don't want you to, like, destroy the body that we've made for you, but, like, I mean, destroying the body you made for them would be them doing drugs. All they're doing is putting art on their body. I would rather have that than decide to go, hey, here's this substance that I'm just going to start adding into my body. And tattoos are old and traditional. There's a really good, I'm going to bust out my degree here in history and go on a tangent about Ötzi, the Iceman. When they found him, he was mummified in the ice over in Switzerland, I believe. And when they pulled him out, they made sure to keep him as preserved as possible, because basically he was freeze-dried. And they did x-rays and they cleaned him off as much as they could. And they studied him, and they realized, after some infrared scanning of his skin, and some of them were even visible to the eye, that he had tattoos all over his body. And there are some cultures where the tattoos are part of their culture. Oh yeah, it can be way worse. But anyway, his tattoos were part of his, were... So anyway, what I was saying, tattoos can be cultural based, like the ones over in Polynesians and over in the Pacific Islands and whatnot. His tattoos, they concluded after some study, most likely were used for medicinal reasons. And the only reason they can conclude this, and this is again their hypothesis on a lot of this, is the areas that they found the tattoos, they noticed that he had something wrong in those areas. Like, he had a tattoo on one of his knees, and they could see that he had arthritis in his knee. He had a tattoo on a part of his leg and a part of his arm where they'd noticed where there was old damage that had been healing. One on, like, an ankle or something. So, like, these were tattoos that were placed there to use to heal. And again, how accurate or how correct that is, I don't know. But I thought that was just absolutely fascinating. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I can go down a tangent rabbit hole when it comes to history stuff. Apparently Brad Pitt had a tattoo of Ötzi Inception? Oh, in the movie Inception, or... I tend to not care about celebrity tattoos because I'm just like, eh. Like, I have better things to worry about than what is happening in your daily life. At least celebrity-wise. Friends, family, I care about. Celebrities, mildly interested, but otherwise... I looked it up, Ötzi, when you were talking about it, to see the oldest tattoos. And yeah, he's the oldest known currently until there's more evidence found of somebody with a tattoo. And like I said, the study that they did on it was that it was most likely done for medicinal purposes, because, like, again, all the spots where they found these tattoos, they were just like either dots or lines, and so they just think that it was purely like medicinal. And somebody they guessed that it was kind of like done tapping style, like how they do over in like certain parts of, like, I want to say Asia, could be wrong about that. I forgot what part of the country still does tapping outside of the Polynesians. But It was like probably like carboned wood with just like ash and stuff to create the ink, as it were. And of course that needle process, and again, most likely medically done by a medicine woman, medicine man. It's really fascinating. Like, then people are like, oh my god, there's this huge stigma on tattoos, and our ancestors are like sitting over here looking at it going, yeah, this will make you feel better. Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talks. And thank you for listening to me rant about something in history. I love talking about history when I can. That's why I miss working at the museum. I do research now for a geosearch company, which is fine. But I miss ranting about history to random strangers and not be judged for it because of the environment that I'm in. Like, oh, this is part of your profession? Okay, yeah, we'll listen. Outside of that, people are like, oh my gosh, she's still talking. Yay, I'm glad you liked it. I had someone ask me one time when they asked, like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, I do stuff for history and research. And they're like, what's your favorite part? And I went, let me tell you about Titanic. And went on a huge rant. I think that's how I trapped my husband when we first started dating. I trapped him on a huge entire rant about Titanic and how cool Titanic was and how sad it was. I managed to convince him that it was cool when I started talking about the engineering portion of it, because he could have cared less about the sinking and everything. Like, he's like, yeah, it's sad, but I don't care. And I was like, but the sinking and the engineering, like, that thing stayed up, and normally they just keel over, but that ship stayed up until the very end. And then he was like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Let me continue talking about this until you know more. Granted, he did take me to multiple Titanic experiences on dates. Because, like pop-up museums that would come to town, or ones that were, like, in the town. Like, if we were traveling somewhere. And he's gotten me multiple books, including my family's gotten me multiple books about Titanic. I know, some people would be like, that was a tragic event. How could you be so excited about it? And I'm like, yeah, the life loss was tragic, but the event itself, okay, so let me preface this by saying I am fascinated by disasters, whether they're man-made, natural, or a combination of nature and man-made. Like, I'm fascinated by it. Because it's the, why did it happen? How did it happen? How was it resolved? What lessons were learned from said event? That's what gets me. And that's what I love. And then it is super interesting. So you get Titanic, which is a natural and semi-man-made accident. I say semi because of the recklessness in which they were sailing across the Atlantic when they had multiple warnings of ice fields in their area. And of course the hubris that was, oh, we're unsinkable. Money. So, do I need to blot out the lamp? No. I don't need to blot that one out. I need that. Oh no. But yeah, Titanic itself. If you want to endure my mini rant on it, like, it's fascinating because I don't know how many people know. I'm sure if people watch documentaries and stuff, they probably know from watching it, but I wasn't lying. A lot of ships, when they go down, if you watch documentaries or you watch videos of these ships that are sinking, they go down and they have a tendency to they'll go down and then they list and they'll flip over onto their side or all the way over. I'm double jointed so I can do this. But that's what they do. Titanic, if everyone remembers from history, stayed upright. Of course, went down by the bow and eventually got to the point where the keel center line of the ship just couldn't handle the stress, and the whale chuckle. That's what I picture in my head when you get these snobby, rich old men from like the early 1900s, where they're just like, I have money, so nothing can hurt me. Or what was it? I don't know if anyone remembers. I swear I'm going to go back on my tangent about Titanic, but hang on. There was Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge where it was Kaiba's like, I can't remember the line where he says, I'm rich, so it doesn't matter. Or something along those lines. Anyway. But yeah, Titanic didn't sink like normal ships did, and that is all on the people who were down below in the boiler rooms and like the engineering rooms, and that was them trying to keep the bilges going, keeping as much water out as they could, even though it was kind of a lost cause. But like, it was people like those, and of course a lot of them ended up perishing because they couldn't get out, or they decided not to get out because they were determined. But it was up to them to keep the ship upright, and it's because of them that the ship stayed up as long as it did, for 2 hours. Like, yeah, people can be like, it still sank. Like, yeah, but like, there's some things that this thing, like, normal ships would not have been able to do that. Not to say that Titanic was better than other ships. I mean, it probably had some design features that were innovative for its time, because White Star was like, hey, we're going to make top-of-the-line, like, sailing vessels here, so they, they're going to try and, like, make sure that all their stuff is, like, up to date and, like, ahead of its class and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's just one of the many things that I enjoy about the history of Titanic. My favorite thing, and this isn't even it's not something, I'm trying to think of the word here. It's not an object, it's an actual person. So Titanic, it has many famous people that were aboard. One such person, she wasn't necessarily famous. She was famous for having survived the Titanic, but she wasn't famous in that she was one of the rich ones that, like, made it off. Like, she was a nurse. She was just a ship stewardess nurse that was sailing on Titanic, and she managed to survive by getting on a lifeboat and helping others in the ship on board the lifeboat, So she survived that. Fast forward, I want to say probably a few months, maybe a few years, not too long. She gets reassigned to the sister ship, the Lusitania, I want to say. And she ends up, I think it was the Lusitania. I have to double check. Or was it Olympus? No, Lusitania. Olympus survived up until the very end, until they decommissioned her. But anyway, she's on this ship. I'm trying to say here. She's on this ship, doing her nursely stuff, and the ship gets hit, if I'm thinking of the correct one, gets hit by an unknown underwater mine, because it's like right during World War One. And it starts to sink. So she ends up getting on that and ends up surviving by sheer luck, because a lot of people ended up, like, jumping overboard. Oh, no, yeah, like, after that, she was like, no, I'm done. After that sinking, she's like, I'm done, fam. Thanks. But, yeah, she survived the Titanic and the Lusitania, which she said that, like, Titanic was terrible, but the Lusitania, like, the cause and, like, what happened to the people on that ship were, like, far worse. And then after that, she's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. She still continued to be a nurse, but she stopped being a nurse on boats. Yeah, for real. But yeah, I think Mike or my family got me a book about her. It's, like, just absolutely fascinating, what this woman went through. And then I have one of my other favorite history books is based on another event. It's a natural disaster about the 1935 Labor Day hurricane. So, like, and you're over in Texas. I'm not going to say where in Texas, just for privacy reasons. But you're in Texas. And, of course, Texas has the 1900 Galveston, Texas hurricane. which that was devastating. Florida has many hurricanes, as does Texas, but like big notable ones. That's what I'm trying to go after here. Florida had the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, which ended up being a Category 5 from what they can all surmise from like barometer readings and just actual sheer disaster, like destruction that this storm caused. And this, of course, happened in the Keys. And it devastated locals, and it also destroyed and killed a lot of World War I vets that were over in the Keys working on the... I forgot what it was. It wasn't the railroad. It was like the startup of the highway from mainland Florida through the Keys. Sorry, I was concentrating on this little piece. Oh, I have a spammer? Ooh, we don't like spammers. Guess what happens to spammers? Let me make sure I'm doing this right. I hope this is right. Key to block on. Keywords to block on. No. I want the other thing. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I do this right. That wasn't helpful. All right, bye, Emmett. Thanks for stopping by. I'll post in our Discord when I finish this. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find... how to block this person over on the Twitch side. Because I forgot how to do it. I'm going to try this. I hope this is right. Nope, that wasn't right. Okay. Oh, I don't want to block, I want to ban. Maybe that's a keyword I need to put in. Oh, that. Okay, I figured it out now. There we go. Got it. Okay, so... Alright. Let's see here. That's been painted. I need to paint this one. I swear to God, we're gonna actually get this together. I promise. I promise. By the end of the night, we'll have a together piece of art. It's just all these tiny little details that I'm like, hey, let's do this. But yeah. My rant and tangent in my thought train on historical disasters. I can go on and on and on, but as I checked, I don't do TED Talks, and this is not TED Talk. Unless you want me to continue. Or we can move on to something else. I am just here, making art. Trying not to make a mess. Looks like a hot mess, I swear, but... Alright, so... Here's where... Let's see here, before I end up making more stuff. Okay, so I've got my UV light to help harden the resin. Where is... I need this, and I need the one that's got the smaller tips for the corners. Okay, so I'm going to put UV resin on here to kind of simulate glass. And I'm going to do a thin layer because I don't want it to pop. I don't want it to be too bulgy. Okay, so this will stay in a liquid form until I use the UV light to harden it. Now, it might still be a little bit bulgy, which is fine. But this should look pretty cool once I've got it layered up and make it look like a actual thing. It's okay if it overlaps the panel a little bit because it's going to end up being, the panels are going to get covered up because I've got a piece where I have the windows panes cut out, so this part can shine through. All right. But yeah, anyway, what's going over on Spree? Who's winning? Can't tell. I'm gonna take a little longer to cure these just because, like, if I don't... I've learned that if you do it too thick, or if you do too big of a piece and you don't have it in the UV long enough, it ends up being tacky. I don't mean like, oh, that's tacky. I mean tacky is like sticky. And this is spread fairly thin, so I'm hoping... I wish I had like a bigger like UV thing. I have a nail thing that's supposedly a UV thing for nails, but I don't believe it, and I don't think it actually works that well. I might, if I get further into like doing this type of stuff, might get like a not professional, but like a better grade UV light thing. So once this is done, I'm going to set it aside and hope that I got it right. Alright, so here's to hoping that's correct. Now the next thing that's going to get UV put on it is this part. It's the lamp. And what I'm hoping with this is I can put, again, another thin layer. Bubble. Okay, that should be enough right there. That's got a nice little pop, pop, pop. Okay, so I'm going to put a thin layer down on this. how is this looking? A little bit here. All right, so wipe that off. UV pen. Now, I will say that this particular UV resin, because resin typically has like a very strong smell, like normal resin, so you have to like good ventilation. UV resin does have a slight smell, but like it's not like smoking and not like sitting here making me go. All right, next part. That's one pane done, and we're going to do the second pane over here. That should be enough. That might actually be too much, but we'll find out here. Looked like that was plenty. All right, wipe that off, and oh, here's something. This has like some sparkles on it. Should I put some resin on the sparkles? Or just kind of leave it alone? All right, that should have done it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Where is... Tweezers are over here. Let me see, what will this look like if I do this? I haven't glued anything down yet, so... What do we think about that? I kind of like that. Yeah, so that's going to get glued on top of that. I like the way that looks. I'm not going to lift it up just yet because... Okay, so that's going to get glued on there. Alright, so speaking of gluing, let's do a quick rundown of what this is going to look like. So this was my... It's kind of tacky. We'll be okay. Alright, so this is going to go on top of here. Alright, so I can't... Let's see if I can... Well, yeah, so you got your windows. Windows are shining. So this is going to go like this. So these two are going to get glued together as such. So then we have our intermittent piece right here. And we're going to do... I think I'm going to do carb ink in the middle. And then the lamp on top. Okay, so we got carb ink. Another piece. And the lamp. And then, of course, this is going to end up on top. So kind of like a general idea currently of what we're looking at. All right, let's get carving put together. Like I said, I'm going to probably put a little bit more spacer pieces. All right, do that. Carving is time to get glued together, so I need glue. So UV resin's going to get put up for now. unless I find another use for it, which I probably will later on. Glue. All right, switch over this. My glue brush, which is very stiff. Someone's winning by $10. So my poor glue brush has seen better days. And it's just a crappy brush that I picked up. There we go, kind of break up the glue that's still stuck in it. Yeah, the glue brush is just that. It's just this. All right. Can I get the glue out? Let me get a good old... There we go. All right, so to avoid any big issues, we'll do the bigger piece here first. And I'm going to glue... All right. We got our glue piece here. Get the glue spread out. And Elmer's glue is really good. I think I said this last time when I did a 3D thing. And Elmer's glue is good because it's a little bit forgiving, but not like all up in your face. So if you do mess up a little bit, it's okay. Okay. Okay, so he's... No, don't... Like that. Okay. Okay. We're good. Now we're going to do the second big piece here. Got some glue on there. But yeah. Well, I have found that Elmer's glue. I had craft glue in that it was like meant for like oh, what is it? Scrapbooking and stuff, and like it worked really well, but it just wasn't as forgiving as, say, Elmer's glue is. And Elmer's glue works just fine. I think if I was making this a little bit more professionally, I would definitely like invest better in like better glues and stuff. What is that? Is that a piece of hair? The dangers of crafting and having cats. The hair. Alright, so our little cotton ball here is going to go here. So this one I'm going to follow the neckline a little bit more than the jewel. Here we go. Perfect, perfect. Got a good fit there. All right, so far, our little cotton piece here glued on. Now for the crystals. I'm gonna do the big one first. In this case, instead of putting it on the gem, just because it's so hard to hold the gem, I'm going to put it on the bigger piece here. Alright, we'll do this, and then we're going to take our tweezers here to help us line it up. Okay. All right. Got that part down. And we're going to do the next bigger piece, which is this one. All right. And now this piece. Make sure we got that lined up fairly well. All right, and then we're going to use the back end of this to press down. Wunderbar. All right, now our two smaller pieces. Make sure I got enough glue on there. And that one is this piece. And why using the tweezers comes in handy. Which side? This goes here. Move that there. I'm gonna nudge it around just a scoosh. All right. Press down. Now that it's in place, gonna nudge it around just a little bit. There we go. All right. It is coming together. All right, last gem piece. And then it's going to be, let's see here, how is this piece? Like so. Kind of scooch it up just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to squish that down. All right, so our carb ink is together. Put that in water so it doesn't get too stiff. There we go. A little carb ink. Let me get that a little closer to the camera there for you. Look at him shine, the jewel Pokemon. All right, so. Where's my lamp? This is going to be tricky. I'm going to have to put the glue on this piece here. Okay, well, I got it over at least. Here we go. All right, get a little bit of glue here, not too much. I'm going to put some here. Come on, be nice. Get a little bit more. Put some here. And a little bit on the lines, as much as I can. All right. Let's see if I can't get this lined up as much as possible. Nope. Yes. Use the flat end. I love it when a plan comes together. These aren't my cleanest cuts. Oh, get off me. But these aren't my cleanest cuts. I will admit that. But it'll work. I don't know how some of these other people, like I said, the ones that do it professionally, where they'll like they have them, they do like these super fine thin line cuts, like, and of course they'll complain about it later, like on the Discord. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. But I'm just just like, well, I mean, you did it. All right, so this one's going to get glued together because I get my pieces together. So we're going to glue stuff down, and while we're waiting on things to dry as they're gluing, I'm going to cut a few more separators, like I said, excuse me, as I was going to do earlier, but I forgot. All right, let's see here. And actually, I can put glue all the way up to here. Don't know what I'm thinking. Now, if I put too much glue, I have found that it does actually seep out on the edges, so I have to kind of be a little bit careful. And not overdo it. Luckily, it's not been, I've had only one time where like it was like super bad in terms of like how much glue I ended up using, to the point where like it actually warped, caused the whole thing to warp, so I had to redo it. And yeah, I've experimented here and there when I can. Like, again, this is just a casual thing that I do. Okay. All right, so glue's on. Make sure it's as straight as possible. Pinch, 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 pinch. Pinch. Squish. All right, I'm gonna stick this under here for pressure to keep that from lifting. Other thing I'm gonna glue are these smaller pieces here. I will do the UV resin on them last. Okay. Let's see here. Look at that. We're actually getting this together, and it's only 9:30 something East Coast. Nope, nope, be straight. Okay. There we go. So that's on. I need my basic. All right. Come on. Here we go. Perfect. So this is, I don't have to do this, but I kind of like it. I like the way it makes the card look. Now I have done a few where like I didn't have the reverse hollow on it because I ended up like not being able to get the reverse hollow. Most of these are from cards that I pulled, like these were all from like my bulk, which is what I mostly use. I have yet to do any big major super rare card because I'm paranoid about it. And also I don't have that kind of money just to go and buy that thing. Now, if it was like a promo, maybe. Saw someone do the Mewtwo promo from 151. That was a good one. Because that one's fairly, I wouldn't say cheap, but it's a cost-effective one to have be made. Okay, and now... No, don't flip. Don't be flipping out on me. Alright. No! I hate when it does that. No, 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 no. You were doing so fine. Do I need to reapply? I think I need to reapply glue. I didn't put enough on. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so. Alright, while all these pieces are drying, let's cut out a few of these and then paint them. I know some people be like, oh my god, you're cutting up cards, you're vandalizing the card. And I'm like, yeah. These are commons. And uncommons. They're not that hard to find. Now, the older ones, I will say, I made a Bulbasaur one for my cousin as a commission. And it was an older style Bulbasaur card. That one was, I wouldn't say expensive, but it was a little bit on the pricey side, just because I had to, like, buy multiple copies. I don't think that one had a reverse holo. But the Bulbasaur one turned out really good. I think I sent... Who was it from the Fire Squad that likes Bulbasaur? I think it was Stormy? No. Miranda? No. God, I don't remember. I sent somebody on the Fire Squad a Bulbasaur drawing to go with there, and I sent them the Bulbasaur that I worked on. Like, a copy of the card, because I had extras, luckily. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Trying to get that little piece off. Alright, need to flatten that down and paint it. These I'm not so worried about being like super duper straight. Because these are just the centerpieces and they're just there to give more depth perception for the picture. Now some people, they'll use the foam inserts depending on what the image is. In this case, I don't think I'll need to use it. Alright, I think I'll put it at those two extras and see what that looks like. I need... Smooth those edges down. little piece. Piece like that will show up. All right, and then I will paint these. And then once they're done, we will start assembling and see how this works. And see how much depth do we want for these pieces. Because like I want the lamp to be a little bit further away than Carbink is. And Carbink just a little bit further away from the window. And if the lamp is too flimsy, I'm going to put the foam piece on it just to kind of get it to lay flat, because it's like, it's still kind of lifting up a little bit. All right. Put that in the water so it doesn't get too bad. Where's my paint pen? Nope. There you are. Nope, that's the big boy. I don't want the big boy. Oh, it's in there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Alright, let's get the edges painted. We can hide them. I remember one time I got like all the edges painted, including the fillers, and then I forgot. I was like, oh, I need some extra filler, so I cut out some more filler. Totally forgot to paint them and put the entire thing together, so I had to like go in and like surgically paint the edges a little bit to hide them, and I was like, I'm a loser. Don't look at it. I don't even remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure if I got it out and looked at it, I'd be like, oh yeah, it was this one. But I don't feel like taking a break yet. I'm on a roll. We're almost done. We're at the finish line. We're almost there. So I hope everyone's going to have a good weekend this weekend. I'm taking my niece to go to a local museum slash zoo-ish type place. It's more a museum and outdoor animals, because you can't pet the zoo. It's a zoo. It's the closest thing to a zoo that we're going to have in this town. But it's local wildlife that they use for their either rehab or they're permanently on display because of injuries that they have sustained in the wild and cannot live in the wild on their own. It's mostly the eagles and birds of prey or anything like that that get brought in. And then they have red wolves that are part of a conservation program for the area, as well as Florida panthers, which are not full-blooded Florida panthers, because part of the conservation is to breed them with California mountain lions, because that's their closest relative, and they're trying to help, eventually get back to a purebred line of Florida panthers. But you gotta, repopulate in order to do that. And then there's river otters, which Florida does have river otters, and they're absolutely flippin' adorable. They've got red and gray foxes, which smell like skunks. They also have skunks, so they have white-tailed deer. And they also have an animal ambassador that comes around and it changes up. I think right now it's the sacred ibis. And I forgot what the other bird was, but it's those. All right, that's done. All right, let's see here. All right, pull out this piece. I'm gonna double up this. Double up, So you can kind of see how putting that extra layer there. No, don't ever apologize for being a parent, ever. Never, never, never apologize for being a parent and doing baby stuff. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. And then, let's see, you're still wet. Do that. Thank you. It's coming together. I'm getting there. So I'm thinking something like this. So it's going to have only like that many layers. Might help if I actually show it. So it's only going to have like that many layers, give or take. So it's going to kind of look something like that. I might put one more layer where the frame is, just to kind of give it just a little bit more. Yeah. And if I do that, then I might have to put a little... Yeah, I'm going to have to put a little thing under here and under here. Possibly. Where's my tweezers? Here's there. Why do I keep putting them over there? Cat hair. All right. We are jamming. All right, we know what we're doing. We're going to do 3 separators in between the window and carving. So, glue. All right, let's see here. I'm going to glue these pieces down first. And then I'm going to squish them under the mat here. Get a nice glob. I swear, hearing my husband through his office door, I say office, but like his game room. Like I said, he's still playing Destiny. He's going at it. Make sure I don't have too much here, because otherwise it will drip out the ends. An eyeball! Decide not to go with the eyeball. Do that. Get that. Pinch, 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 pinch. Gonna pinch it down. Okay. Do another one so I can get 3 layers here. So this will be three layers. This is going to be between the window and the window scene and the carving. See, this is always like the tedious part where you're just like, Actually, you know what? All of it's tedious. It all gets tedious. It's all about the details. That's why it's tedious. And layer 3. And get it matched up. Pinch, 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 pinch. Pinch, pinch. Stack and squish it. Squish it real good. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. That. Carving. And I think carving's getting 2 layers. And then this is going to go on top of this one. Yeah. All right, glue. Glue, 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 glue. This one is slowly starting to die. I've got a second thing of glue over here, but I'm trying to, like, you know, use up all I can from the first one. Never waste. Alright, I'm gonna bring this over here. Let me glue you. I would say something super inappropriate, but even I think that would probably be a little too inappropriate. But I'm thinking it. Let's see here. All right. And this is going to get squished. Squish. And for this one, to avoid any issues, I'll paint the back of it. I will put the glue on the back here. And if you're wondering why I'm squishing it, is to kind of keep the layers like together while the glue is kind of setting and drying. Once I actually finish, I will steal my husband's, he has the like thick boy books of Berserker, and they are nice and hefty. So I will use like 2 of those with the cards wrapped in paper towel to keep it from, you know, messing up the books, but I will squish them under the book and leave it overnight to make sure that everything gets pressed and flattened and lovely. Okay. Pinch together. And okay. And now we're going to stick that under there and bring out this one. All about the glue, baby. Get as much glue as possible. Again, never overdo the glue or it'll squeeze out the sides, which I have a feeling a little bit will probably do it on this one. But also, because like, you want to have some space, some wiggle room for fixing if something goes wrong. Inevitably, something always goes wrong. And again, I do these because I find it fun. Is it relaxing? No, but it's fun. Oh, see, like this is warping. Oh, that's another reason I squish it, is to keep it from warping. Because it likes to warp. So that's another reason why I squish them. Okay, so he's going to go back under here to keep from... yeah. Give me a second. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so that has that layer. So this goes on top. Got it. Got it. Come here, my paintbrush. And then we're getting here. Oop. I am determined to get this finished tonight. I was hoping to have something else finished tonight. Like But I had a feeling this was going to take up the majority of my evening for this. Maybe I can save the other one for next stream. Not next stream, but next stream. Because next stream will be Friday, I hope. Time might change. I usually try to do like 7:30, but it might change depending on what happens. Because we need to go grocery shopping, so I think we're going to try and go grocery shopping either Saturday or Sunday. So, not Saturday. I'm babysitting Saturday. But go grocery shopping Friday or Sunday. That's what it is. Just noticed something. There we go. I had part of an edge here that was showing up a little bit more than I liked, so put a little paint on that. And I don't want to put it under the thing just yet, so I'm going to put pressure on here. Put pressure on it. Stick! Look at that. We had a hot mess happening over here. Now look at this. We're clearing the way, y'all. Let me get... Carbink here. It's probably going to end up with a full one of these. I don't want to do anything just yet, because I don't... These aren't super thick. Like, you can see how thick that is. It's not super thick. But it's thick enough for this, but if it's not thick enough for what I want it to do, then I'm not going to add it on. So, let's test you. Come here. Alright, put you here. You're not sticky yet, so that's good. Put you here. If I glue everything here, like, how far up do you stick out? I mean, it's not terrible. Hello! Futsugari? Futsugari? Making me get my Japanese out here. Welcome. I am currently trying to make a 3D card with Carbink here, and I am testing to see if I want to add a foam piece underneath Carbink here to make it pop up a little bit more. I'm not sure if I want to do that though. Okay, so this is what it looks like with like the foam piece in. Like, it's not glued or it's not stuck down yet. What do we think? Foam piece or no foam? Futsugari. I don't know why I have an Italian accent on that. Let's see here. Okay, so let's take the foam piece off without the foam piece. I think I might do it without the foam piece. Yeah, I'm thinking without as well. Thank you. All right, let's glue these three pieces together, and then they're going to get squished under a binder after we show them off. I am, later on, once it's like fully like together and whatnot, I'm going to add some more resin to like the fighting energy and like the dots here and kind of give a little bit more oomph to it. But for now, God, that is a print line for the ages. This reverse hollow, I don't know if it'll show up right there. There's a print line on it. It's a pretty decent print line, but that's why we're using it for the art, because it doesn't matter. Need more glue. Glue! Stat! Squeeze. There we go. Hang on a second here. I'm going to drink. Okay. Hydrated. Okay, get some glue down here. I have used the little foam piece for other, not on this one particularly, but on other ones that I've made, and it's worked out so well. But I will say, my biggest complaint is that sometimes, even despite how thin that foam is, it's almost too thick sometimes for what I want. And I asked around. I was like, "Hey," on the other Discord, I was like, "Hey, what type of foam do y'all use? Because like, I can't with this one. It's too thick sometimes. Doesn't do what I need it to. And y'all's stuff looks really good." Oop. Come on, it's warping, so it's making it hard to get this part. No, don't. I need something heavy. That'll work for now. My iPad. This poor case. I've seen better days. It'll stick there for right now while I put glue on this side, and then once I'm done, I will take it off. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, so I have, see here, we have, there's another piece, I'm sorry, I was thinking, I have another piece that I want to make, and it's the Axew from, I want to say Evolving Skies or Brilliant Stars, where it looks like he's like jumping around and there's like bubbles in the background of it with him. And I really want to use some resin on that, but I feel like I need to get like some more and or better resin. But I want to do that because the bubbles would be absolutely perfect with resin on them. And then that one definitely was going to have like a foam piece to make him pop out, because he's in the center of the image versus where Carbine, because you can see his ear touches the edge of this one, so I can kind of get away with not having the foam on it as much. All right. Hi.
Hi.
Look.
Ooh. Yeah, I was looking for afar, but now looking at it up close, that's really nice.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And it's a thin one too. Not bulky. Come on, stay down. All right. So, real quick before I have to start squishing it. Glue on my finger. There we go. Look at that. We got ourselves a 3D Pokemans. I know the camera's not really showing it off as well. Let me get him. I don't know why it won't focus. Well, yeah, there he is. Look at him sparkle. I did resin on the window, on his gems, and on the lamp piece here. And then, I know it's probably a little hard to tell, but I engraved or embossed, I don't know what the correct terminology for that would be, the brick in the background to kind of make it a little pop a little bit more. But yeah, and then I'm going to do some resin after this sets on the little bubbles where like the energies are later on. Okay, let me squish this under here so it'll... Okay, so while that's being squished, I'm going to start cleaning and we can talk while I clean. But so you came in at like the right time because like you got to see like the easy part where it's all put together and looks nice, where before it was just like a hot mess sprawled out everywhere and me cutting things and painting things and ranting. So you came at a good time. And we have 2 left. And if we want, while we're waiting, I have this that I was working on for something else. So, my first time doing a hollow, I figured I had like a crap ton of these. These are from the 151 set. But I was thinking like something like that. Now, I was playing around with... Oop, I tend to have a good... Yeah, you do. Right on. But anyway, I was planning on... Let's see here. Come on, put this together. Okay, put that on top. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to put it here. Come on. This one's going to have foam piece on it. And then here. So something like that. Now, my other option, outside of this little piece right here on top, the black flame, was to just put resin all over this piece. Or just put resin all over that piece. I don't know. This one is a first for me, and I'm just messing around. And it's foil, so that's tricky. But this is for something... I'm not going to complete this one tonight, because I'm tired and my shoulder hurts for some reason. But this is another mini project for later down the road. But look at the swirls on this one. Let's see if we can't find them. Angle... Had it for a second there. There we go. Look at all the swirls on that one. As I drop it. I had like a gajillion of these. Reverse? No, they were hollow energies. Alright. Alright, cleaned up. Here's something that's really cool to kind of stick with the Pokemon theme. I took one of these pencil cases that you can get and turned it into my little holder here for all these. All right, you have your lid on. You have your lid on. Okay, okay. Knife is not out, so we're good. That's trash. You're clean, you go in there. But yeah, I think next time, for the cards that you make playable in the TCG, no, God, no. Partially because one, they're actually phased out, the ones that I'm making, and two, I don't think they allow for that type of art card in terms of like creativity to be used within a legal TCG. These are strictly, these are purely and strictly just for aesthetic and fun to look at. And just fun to have like on your shelf. So they're definitely just shelf pieces. If anybody wanted one. I have mine. I have a few that I've made. They're currently on one of my shelves lined up. Those are the ones that I like the most. Because I have a few that are in the closet that are in a thing. I forgot what it was. The thing. Do the thing. But no, these are definitely not legally playable. Now, you could, if you did have one, you could always talk to like whoever you're playing with if it's not like if it's a non-professional, not professional tournament version. And they can probably be all like, maybe. Yeah, I mean, the carving card would technically be counted as marked. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I feel like, let me think here. I've seen someone who's done, like, super, like, rare ones. If you wanted to use it as, like, a proxy and have it, like, on a stand and be like, I play this one, and you could just, being silly and whatnot. But, like, in terms of, like, professional or, like, league-rated playability, no. But it would definitely make the playing table interesting, that's for sure. All the tiny paper pieces. I'm trying to clean up here. Okay, come on. Alright, let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up and make sure I have things that could be hurtful and or just, a hot mess later on. Cleaned up. Paints are closed. Glues are closed. Nope, I lied. Glue's not closed. Glue is closed now. But yeah, so here's the original carb ink. Close up my resin. This goes over here. This goes over here. But yeah, look at that. All my cutting tools and all my little things are all... They fit quite nicely in here. And it only cost me, I think, $12. Because it comes with, like, stickers and I think, like, maybe 1 or 2 packs in these things. I don't remember. Alright, let me bust out my carb ink. There we go. So the mostly finished product now. And we're going to take a picture of it on my phone. Okay, so we got that. I'm trying to get some angles on it. I probably could have done like more to make it even better, I suppose. But this was just a simple casual one, and it was a good way to test out the resin back being squished. Oh, let's see here. What else? Okay, so we are done for the evening. What is the plan? So this Friday we should be streaming. We're gonna do some, I think, V-Rising, some just casual playing of V-Rising. And then after that, I'll probably be on Monday. I want to say Monday or Tuesday. It just really depends on what's happening, and I might be on to do another Pokemon related thing, or some video game of some kind. I don't know. I kind of make up half these plans off my head and just roll with it. I also kind of like leave an opening in case something happens to where I have to like cancel plans for whatever reason, because we are in the month of summer, and the summer months are always busy. I don't know about you, but I'm busy all the time. That's a lie, I'm not that busy. I was last month in April, May. May was very busy. May was incredibly busy, but good busy. But yeah, so catch us again on Friday, 7:30, hopefully, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Depends on if we go grocery shopping or not. Shouldn't take us that long, but you never know. After that, don't know. We'll figure it out. I will probably do another 3D Pokemon card, I think probably end of next week or some other time, just to, give my fingers time to rest, because the cutting part really hurts my fingertips, because I have a tendency to use that to press down harder with. Also, I need new blades on certain of my knives, because those get dull really fast. What else? Oh, I've been trading with some people online. I traded for this. It's a nice Professor Burnett with a nice little SIG card on the back there. Got a nice trade for that. So happy to put this in the collection. So this is going to go on my binder here shortly. But yeah, otherwise, thank you, Futsugiri, I apologize. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your username. But yeah, and if you're still lurking about, thank you so much for popping in. And thank you everyone who did come in and check it out. I will be posting the finished product on the Discord. Okay, I am. Great, thank you. See, I knew my Japanese would come in handy. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna go clean up the rest of this mess here, and yeah, I'll post the finished product on the Nerd Doom Discord, and also on the Trainer Spree Discord, so everybody can see it on there too. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate spending your time with me. And like I said, hopefully see you on Friday. Yep, have a great night. Night, Ann. Night, Foots. Let me hit the right buttons over here. Give me a second. All right. Night, guys.